Hi guys, welcome back. Back in the garage again.
Ready?
So this is where we're at. So if you watched the last video, you would have seen that this car is bouncing on launch violently. So when we come back from that meet, which was the Ford show, we got it up in the air. Dad had a look at it during the week. I think that was early on last week, wasn't it? And found under the rear valance some little marks. One there. And get the camera there. One there. Just
nice
it.
dink.
Just that again. Boom. So with that, we watched the runs back in slow motion, and what we could actually see was, yeah, the wheelie bars were hitting the balance, bottoming out, and then
pushing the car back forward.
In turn, offloading the rear tyres, causing it to bounce. So that was a bonus that we found something on the car. We were going to make relief cuts in here to allow the wheelie bars to go higher, have more travel, and they don't bottom out. But it's not really fixing the issue. That is not fixing what's going on.
Allowing it to move up even more and more.
Yeah, we don't want the car to move up really, because as our good friend Gary says, up is not forward. So what we've done now, nicking Dad's string out of his work van. So what we've done, this block of wood, that is centre of the wheel, and same here. Then what we've done is measuring from the contact patch of the tyre to camshaft centre line, because it's got to roughly be the centre of the car, centre of gravity of the car.
From what I'm believing, Aaron's reading to me, yeah.
But that's a bit, we're just going off the camshaft, i.e. it's pretty central, so, and it's a measuring point. So we've measured the camshaft from the floor, and that's given us this point here.
Yeah.
So the contact patch on the back tyre.
So that is the intercept of the camshaft centre of gravity to the centre of the
wheel.
Stub axle.
That is our anti-squat line. Now, it's not. We're not saying that it is exactly there, but roughly it gives us an idea on where it is, doesn't it? We're not professionals. We're not here saying that we are chassis tuners or anything like that, but we're just trying to work out an idea to make a difference to stop this car. I think it's hitting the tyre too hard personally, don't you?
We needed to know where our intersect line is.
Yeah, to see where it was. So at the minute, I know I can't get back on it far enough, but we've actually moved this line at the minute.
Yeah, if I go back to where...
If you go back to where it was. So this anti-squat line, from how we are understanding it, anything below the anti-squat line is causing it to lift the front, so squat more. Anything above that is trying to make the rear end separate, and then that would be over 100% anti-squat above the anti-squat line, and anything below the anti-squat line would be below 100% anti-squat. And Dad's just adjusted the line to exactly how the 4 bars are intersecting at the minute. Which is
now well below...
Which is below
the anti-squat
line. So the way we're looking at it is, it's where it is now, it's hitting the tyre harder because it's effectively below 100% anti-squat. So where the line was a minute ago was by moving the bottom bar up to the next hole,
which also makes the bottom bar more parallel with the ground. At the moment, it's going downhill towards the front of the car.
Yeah.
So by bringing that line up to be more into the next hole, which also makes it more parallel. It not only brings it up,
but it also just move it, just letting it rest on there.
Now we are pretty much almost onto
the anti-squat line.
The anti-squat line. So we're not above it, we're not below it.
We're not saying it's going to cure our problem, but it's got to be a try to be better of hitting the tyre less hard.
Yeah.
Because we're effectively closer to the anti-squat line. As I said, this is just we want to tune the suspension more than just cutting the balance up and making more room for the wheelie bars, because that's not fixing it.
No. All we're doing is allowing this car to be able to go higher at the front before the bars bottom out.
Yeah.
And I think if we cut the slots,
it's still going to hit because it's going to go up.
Yeah. It just go higher and hit again.
Exactly that. So it's not going to cure anything.
And where do we stop? When the slots meet the back window.
Exactly that. Exactly that. So if we can lessen or take a bit of how hard it hits the tyre out, which is what we're trying to do with this 4-bar adjustment and our plotting here. I mean, there's obviously more measurements you can do. There's a lot more in depth, but this is just our way of doing it, roughly.
Yeah, we can't corner weight it. We haven't got scales.
We haven't got scales.
We understand that would be ideal, and if I had the scales, that would be the first thing I'd do, and I'd weigh this and work out. We can work a lot more out. Yeah. But we're having to do this without the scales at the moment.
Hence the wood, dad's string, and some screws.
So
this is the home DIY version. But hopefully, this 4-bar adjustment works. Again, if anyone sees anything that we're doing here and thinks, try this or you're doing it wrong, let us know. Comment, message us. Any input's appreciated. But that is where we're going to go for next. Well, we've got to do the 4-bar change and then just set pinion angle, haven't we?
But if this does work, I could sell this as a kit.
Yeah.
2 bits of wood, 4 screws and 3 lengths of string.
There you go.
£12.99.
Cheap. You heard it here, folks.
Yeah.
Right, let's get to it. Conversations.
Right, now we're on our bottom hole, right? So
that's exactly how the bars are now.
Yes, now our intersect line now is right.
So correcting us talking from earlier, that wasn't actually our starting point earlier where the lines intersected.
There.
So our intersect point, how we've been running it at the Ford show, is actually
there.
And it's quite a lot lower than the anti-squat line than when we was talking about it earlier.
And very far forward.
And so now what we're actually going to try is, instead of moving the bolt up at the front of the 4-bar, we're going to try and lower the back bolt on the back wings on the axle down 1 hole and see where that puts us in relation to the anti-squat line.
I reckon it's going to move that forward.
So
down.
That now we've got to put this down and then move that one up to that line.
We can't move that one up. We've got to move that one down
and then make that one to line
and
up
then
that
we've got
dot.
to get that to intersect through that.
Which means you have to possibly, if that's going down, you've probably got to move that up.
Well, what?
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, well, depending on how. Yeah.
That's now where the bottom bar is.
Right, so now that's gone right down off
That's gone right down, so that'll have to go up now.
So to get that through that bolt.
Yeah.
What's that?
Up. There.
There?
Yep. So effectively, it has still got us closer to the anti-squat line. Not on it as much as what moving the front
So our new
You're almost saying it like a wrestling thing there, like new WWE champion or something.
what was that?
The new.
What, that is our
Intersect point.
no.
There.
Oh. It's got to come this way half an inch. Yeah, there.
Right. So that's where it's moved to now.
So we've gone up,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna guesstimate 10 inches back. Let me see how out I was. As a guesstimate. Oh, 9 3/4 inch.
So, should we just quickly put a cross for putting the back one where it was on the axle, the 4-bar, and then plot the front one going up on the chassis, and plot that in comparison to them two.
Right, so this one here is our
Start.
start. So I'm going to put ST for start there,
Yeah.
which is where we are.
That
This
one
one
there
here
is
is-
the back, the rear.
We're down.
Yep. So now if I put this one back,
We're going to leave the rear where it is,
To
and
where
we're
it
going
was.
to take the other one up.
we're going to have to go to that hole
Do you
there.
know what? Do you know what? Correct me if I'm wrong, but that looks like it's already there. That's landed on it whether you go in.
Yeah, so it's landed on it. It's just put it closer onto the line.
But now what it has done,
Cross
by
section.
the front coming up,
But in the back, going back to original where it was, back up one hole.
it's actually brought us more to, we are above the intersect line.
Yeah.
Because that's a anti-squat line,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah. But not by much.
And move back. We've got shorter by one hole. All of these are by one hole.
Yeah.
So we've got that
yeah,
first
beginning
adjustment to second adjustment.
adjusting the rear down one hole,
Yeah.
adjusting the front up one hole.
All on the bottom bar.
All on the bottom bar, and that one when we've adjusted the rear bar, the front mounting hasn't changed. Do you know what I mean? It's just
No.
rear one down, front up
Front
one.
stays where it is,
Yeah.
or it's front up with the rear staying where it is.
Exactly that.
So it's literally all we're deciding is, do we take our bottom bar, do we take that one up one hole back to where it was, or that one down one hole back to where it was?
Exactly that.
Now, at the moment, some people might be saying why you are worrying whether to take the front up or that one up, because they're both doing the same angle. It's purely because we've realised we've got a brake pipe that might be.
Yeah, we've kind of got things possibly in the way, so we've kind of got to change how we're maybe adjusting.
Do we
this.
want to get into having to move the brake line?
But I would say that's pretty good and close to being on that line. I don't think it's going to get much closer, to be honest.
No, I mean. Oh, hang on a minute. They're biting on each other. There, that's it, in line.
Maybe a tiniest bit of over 100% anti-squat.
Yes.
Not by much. though.
Everything else is falling below the squat line. That's our anti-squat line. This is.
But having them in this configuration,
This is like that much down from squat. That's like that much down from squat line. And the squat line's there, that is about a quarter inch above the squat line.
I think we've got to start somewhere.
I think ideally, I know it means looking at that brake line, but I think we
Move
need
the front.
to get the
We've got-
front up.
Yeah, I think move the front one up because that lands us on that squat line,
Yes.
or maybe a little bit over. But then we don't know how accurate our anti-squat line is.
But it's better
It's
than a guess.
better than a guess. We know we can't be far out. We've checked our pinion angle now, so we've got 1/2 degree going up towards the engine on the prop shaft, and then we've got 1/2 degree down
On the diff.
on the pinion.
Pinion, yeah.
So that gives us 1 degree pinion angle. See how it goes. We'll try it.
Right.
What size do you need?
Right, we've got some mother big hex, Allen bolt hex.
So 4 bar's been changed.
Yeah.
As we just said, it is the bottom bar at the front we've moved up.
Yeah, one hole.
One hole, which didn't change the pinion angle at all. So we've checked that. And this is exactly, well not exactly, this is roughly where the angles are and where it is in relation for the intercept line on the anti-squat line.
That's where we were.
That's where we were.
And that's where we are now.
Yeah.
So we've gone from right forward, very low below the anti-squat line, to 13 inches back and slightly above the anti-squat line.
And the angle and the angle of the bar has moved up a little bit as well.
Yeah.
So
the bar was pointing down. The bottom 4 bar was pointing down.
I think it's a degree and a half aiming up now.
A degree and a half up.
Yeah. So again, I mean, we didn't realise, but well, we would have realised when we done it. But we had 2 flats of preload, positive preload in the top right 4 bar.
Yeah, which now isn't there.
Which we've now set the 4 bars to neutral.
Yeah.
So everything's neutral now. We've done a 4 bar angle change. It's all neutral. So all we can do now is just try it.
Do a run and then go from there.
And go from there. Yeah, I agree. And then whether it steers left or right, we can do a preload adjustment on the top right 4 bar from there.
Same with the anti-roll bar if we get.
Yeah, yeah. So that's neutral as well. Yeah,
that's all neutral.
yeah. So that is neutral as well.
Everything is now neutral.
Yeah. I mean, when we get to the track and we start, trying it out, we might do a shock adjustment as well. Well, not a shock adjustment. Sorry, a spring adjustment, because there is preload on this
side.
Exactly that.
Yeah.
So whether we adjust that or not, we're just going to try this to start with, go from there.
If I remember, that preload was put in on the driver's side when we levelled the car with you in it the last time.
Yes, and also when we was first put this on the road, we had no anti-roll bar or anything, and every time we took round the corner, that was taking the paint off the inner arch on this side. And also when we was launching, when we first started, we didn't have any anti-roll bar or anything, and that kept rubbing then as well. So we put preload in this driver's side rear.
Added the sway bar, but never took.
And then never took the preload out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So quite a few mistakes on our behalf.
Yeah.
But we are realising them now.
It's quite surprising how straight this actually managed to go down.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, we'll just have to try it now and just see what it does. We have pulled a bit of wire. There was quite a bit of wiring in the boot of this car that we added when we first brought it out, like tow bar electrics and that, but we now just took that all out just to make it a bit more simpler. So because we was obviously going to cut in here, cut that to allow room for the wheelie bars, but we're not going to do that now, so we haven't actually
hopefully we can stop this contacting the valance with
this adjustment. Yeah, this should hopefully
and a bit of preload on the anti-sway bar.
This should hopefully not hit the tyres as hard,
yeah,
causing it to do that. Yeah. So we'll just see. We'll try it. Right, we're off the blocks. I'm going to chuck this out to stand over to you.
Hang on, I've got to put this string out and everything's fucking screwed together, eh? I've got to get it all. Get shit out of that way. Whereabouts have you gone?
3 holes down. I'm going where we usually do.
Right. Okay.
What do you reckon, guys? Small tyre. Another green pop in the small tyre gang. Let us know what you think.
Please don't say yes.
can always go radial. Ooh, now we're mixing things up. Another green pop radial car. Woo! Now we're talking. Stop it. You can only go up to there. That one out of there.
There we go. Right, I want to know what that thread length is before we start.
Alright, so shock is now off. So we're just going to measure take all the measurements of how we're running the shock now. So worst comes to worst, we can put it back to how we have been running it. So that is the underneath of that green pop.
Down to that line, 78mm from that seat.
Right, write that down properly so that if that does come off. You're just spinning the shaft there.
Oh, I want the spring going with it. Right, if we get this
to no preload whatsoever.
Yeah, which is going to be. Still got it. That's just loose there.
There. Didn't we want to sort of get this to a point of measuring the shock, the shaft length, height?
Oh yeah, so we want this right off anyway, because it's got to take the spring off. Yeah. $150. 150s.
What, pounds?
Hmm.
Oh, I thought we were running hundreds.
No, £150 with a shitload of preload.
Oh, okay, I was wrong then.
So, our actual
note to self: make sure you know what your springs are.
Is 5.5 inches of travel. So 5 inches would be 2.5, so that'd be 2 3/4. If you wanted this centre, that'll be 2 3/4, which will give you 2 3/4 down, 2 3/4 up, which means you're going to be looking for an installed height. 15.25 is an installed height. It'll be 15.25, but that's only giving you equal up and down.
Which is a base point. But ideal, because you've got enough to go down and you've got enough to go up, haven't you?
So, on a minute. Right, so we got to get this back in then. Do you want to leave them down the bottom where you can see them?
Yeah.
Right. Ready? Right, so all we want to do now is just get that seat sit there, yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
You ready?
Right, are you in? You gonna go down on the middle of that wheel? I want the paint there. I want to feed it. don't want it riding on one of them wedges. See?
Right, yeah, this side needs to move as well.
Okay, down on that.
So, come on then, what is it?
Right, I've lost 30 inch. 30 inch, 30
wow.
Mil. 30 mil. 30 mil, that side. And 8, 5, 7, 30 mil that side. So
okay.
it's left, it's lost exactly the same both sides.
Okay.
So 30 mil, so it's lost 1 inch 3/16.
Okie dokie.
Just under 1.25 inches. So there is £150 on each corner.
Yep. Which, as I was saying yesterday, was a bit of a cock up on my half, because I generally thought that we had £100 springs on the back of this car, and we don't. We have 150. If you've effectively lost an inch in your spring change, then an inch up on your preload
should bring us back.
Should bring you back, because that's the whole point of it. But it doesn't change how much the spring poundage is, so it doesn't make it any stiffer. It doesn't make it any softer. All you're doing is effectively changing the ride height. However, that will change where it's sitting on that shock shaft. So that will take an inch out of that 2 1/4. So we'll have an 1.25 inches. Both of them shocks are an inch.
Yeah.
Preload. We're at a solid number.
So you want to leave that at that?
I think so. I don't think the tyre looks any more over the top. The arch doesn't look any more over the tyre than what it was before. As such, do you know what I mean? It don't look like it's. Okay, so that's it for this episode. So we've now adjusted the 4 bars, haven't we? 4 bars are done. We did change the shock, or the preload on the spring on the driver's side. We couldn't really film it because it was a bit harder to, because we were both under the car, just turning the top hat or the adjuster, wouldn't we? So with me in the car, we've wound the preload up to get the ride height back, because as soon as I sat in the car, obviously driver's side rear went lower than the near side.
Which is what it was set up for.
So it's now back to even ride height on the back with me in it, but obviously it's going to have a bit more preload on the driver's side rear.
Yeah.
So that's been set. We've set the wheelie bar's height now, haven't we? The wheelie bar height's been set, so that's level.
Yeah.
At the minute, it's in the position we have it on the road, so we drilled another set of holes, and then that just raises it up higher, so when we're on the road it's not low, and when we're turning they don't hit. But we will lower them down into the next hole down. That'll set them to the height we use them at, and they're both measured even. Obviously we'll check that again when we're at the track before we run, because that can all differ again, can't it? Other than that, we did do a little tidy up on the wiring in the boot, because we had, when we built the car, that was going to have a tow, well, it did have a tow bar, and it had tow bar electrics in the back, which, to be honest, Dad might as well put that in his Mercury when he puts a tow bar on that. So we've got all that. We took that off the car.
I had all this stuff in there.
So I had all that in it.
Conversion for the indicators.
Yeah, from American wiring to British, but we'll save all that, put that on the Mercury. So that's sort of taking all that out of the boot. Just tidied up the wiring in there a bit. And we hadn't checked for a long time, but we weren't actually sure whether the kill switch actually worked, but obviously we cleaned up the wire and put it all back together, and that's working. So the kill switch is doing as it should. Everything's on there. I think we're ready to go. The only thing we've got this week is we've got Old Walden NSRA Super Nationals on Thursday. So good weekend there. Can't wait for it, to be honest. That's like one of our best, well, it's our favourite car show of the year, because it's more relaxing. We love racing, but we love going to the car meets as well, because it's relaxing there at the same time.
Holiday.
good holiday. So Pop is now ready to load up. We're going to take the Pontiac as well. I'm going to put that, well, I'll be putting my caravan on the back of that, so me and Cara will be driving that, and then Dad with the motorhome with the Pop. So if you're going to the Super Nationals, we'll see you there. If you see us, pop and say hi, you know, if you shout at us and, oi, I've seen you before. Yeah, so come. Or
just throw something at
us. Or just throw something at us, yeah, yeah. Use Dad's head as a name, he hits it on everything else.
Another scar on that.
No, exactly. So yeah, if you see us, shout at us, come say hi. We'll be there from Thursday, so we can't wait. Yeah. I'm looking forward to Hot Rod Drags after that because...
And then Taiwan.
I can't wait to see what this does now at Hot Rod Drags. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's a long wait.
It's a long wait now, but I'm really excited to see how this reacts, what it does, and without a doubt, we're going to have to make adjustments from then on. There's no way this thing's just going to work from the get-go. So,
if it holds the front down and stops this back corner hitting this tyre so hard,
yeah, and well, hitting, yeah, just hitting the tyres hard in general, yeah.
Anything would just be a bonus from there on.
Massively. So. And as long as the wheelie bars don't hit the valance as well, that'd be another bonus.
Yeah.
But if there is anything in the video from, well, on this episode, if there's anything anyone's watched us do and has thought, I think they've sort of got that wrong, or anything like that.
Do that every week.
Yeah, but just let us know. Message us, comment, message, whichever, call us, you know. If we've done something wrong, tell us. Or if you think there's something we've missed even, do you know what I mean? Let us know. We're happy to have any input, haven't we?
Yeah.
Happy to have anyone else's input on it.
Every day's a learning day.
Every day is a school day, especially doing this. So, yeah, we'll head off to our Walden on Thursday. I'll film all weekend as well, and there should be a video out after our Walden as well of our weekend there. And until then, we'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching, and we'll
see you later.
See you later. Yeah.
Week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please like, subscribe, and share, and we'll see you in the next episode. Cheers.
Bye.